Yo, what's up guys? Okay, so in the last tutorial, I explained how to import a model into Blender, a FNaF one, because just look at my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be going over how to make a simple render of Willy Freddy in Blender. Well, first, we need to go over optimization. Render properties. Gonna scroll down, turn on simplify, and turn everything to 0, so you shouldn't be lagging as much. Shift F is to fly. You're gonna select the armature, which is its bones and stuff. Click this drop down menu and click pose mode. This here, this big box, this is the pelvis. So to move something around, click G, and then you can move it around like that. C axis, the X axis, and the Y axis. G, Shift, Z. Do G and click and hold Shift, and it makes it slower and more precise. Now for rotations. So it's the same thing. Basically, you're gonna click R, Y if you want to move it on the Y axis, RX, RZ, and go to viewport shading. You're gonna click on these yellow lines here, bone constraints, and click X and do it with the other arm. Just move around normally. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna move its IK rigs. Now the camera. So click numpad 0 on your keyboard, and if it doesn't have that, then I don't know how else you can go in it. So here it is focal length. The less, the more stretched, the more like flat the screen is. Closer, it's more realistic, so about like 70 millimeters. So me personally, I put it all the way down to 35. We go viewport display. Go put that up to like 0.8. Now you can see mostly full screen. Pose the camera wherever you want it. Now onto posing. This is his head, RR, move, and actually for the eyes, this is one eye, this is the other, but if you want to move them both at the same time, you're going to click this big square and moves both the eyes at the same time. You're going to go to the edge here, right click it and click vertical split. Gonna just put it far enough, like right there. Click off numpad 0. So now this is like your workspace. Now you may be wondering, how do I light up my scene? Viewport shading, and this is for lighting. Just gonna go to world properties, color, put it all the way down. Shift A, light, point. GZ, let's move it up a bit. Now G Shift Z, go to light settings. You can change the power of how strong it is. The color, maybe like change the color. Radius, this is the more realistic. The less realistic. Contact shadows, you want to turn that on because shadows are more realistic. Shift D, move it, boom. So now that I'm done with your lighting, you could render. So Control S, go to render. Render is 100. You could turn on AO, which is ambient occlusion. Just better hope your PC does not crash. Yeah, basically ambient occlusion adds more shadow in lighter places where it's not supposed to be light. I usually like putting the distance to 2 instead of 0.2. Shadows, depending on your computer, go with really good shadows or just really bad shadows. So me personally, I like, since this is a poster, I'm gonna go more film transparent. But to actually make it transparent, you need to select RGBA and have the color depth to 16. Render image, click image, save as, wherever you want it. Tutorial. Save image.